Hey, She Army. It is Wisdom Wednesday. And tonight we're going to continue our discussion of the customer journey, specifically talking about the consideration and conversion stages. Last week we talked about the customer journey, but specifically the awareness stage. And I'll just do a quick recap for those of us not familiar with the customer's journey or the buyer's journey. It's the process by which a customer will interact with the business to achieve some goal. So, in most cases, what we want this to be are sales and repeat sales, right? The steps of the customer journey are awareness, consideration, conversion, loyalty, and advocacy. I'm really passionate about the customer's journey because I think, um, this is really what builds notoriety of your brand. And this is what makes your business sustainable, right? Sales will bring you money, like quick cash injections, but loyalty will bring you sustainability in your business. And so when we think about the awareness stage, the brand awareness is when your potential client is researching options, they're looking for a business that can solve their problem. And they may be searching the internet, on social media, looking on different websites. They're looking for you, right? And then, you get to figure out, how do you make people aware of your brand? How do they find you? Um, in general, you really should be looking for or creating content for your target audience, right? When your target audience is trying to find you, you should definitely have your content centered around the problem that you solve, right? And use messaging or language that they would understand so that they can find you. A lot of us are using social media primarily to generate leads in our business. So you need to definitely make sure that the content that you're creating is attracting your target audience, your ideal client. And so, I talk a lot about like what's appropriate to post on different platforms. How exactly do you do this? This is where really getting to know your target audience comes into play and really doing that market research so that you can create content that specifically addresses their needs, that educates, inspires, or entertain, right? So that's what you're doing in the awareness stage of the buyer's journey. You want people to know about you, you want people to be able to find you, right? So that, they can move to the next stage, right? So this week, I really wanted to focus on the consideration and conversion stages. And by the way, if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comment section and I'll make sure to answer them. So after your potential client, they become aware of your brand, they've researched you, they've checked out your content, you're starting to resonate with them. Now they're starting to consider whether to do business with you or not, right? So they're doing price comparisons, maybe they're reading customer reviews, they're checking out competitors, right? And they're learning more about the details of your product or service to see, if in fact you could be the one they're looking for. So here's where they're going to probably start to contact you, right? Via DM or email or however. They're going to be asking you questions, right? You may also be conducting a needs assessment, discovery calls. Maybe it's face to face, it's Zoom. Maybe they're requesting a proposal, depending on what type of business that you have. They are considering whether or not to do business with you. And this is where you're going to be showcasing them why someone should do business with you, right? And you're probably going to be also overturning objections, right? So the buyer's journey kind of goes also into, or it is in conjunction with your sales process. And so you want to make sure that you kind of have all of the most asked questions you get plotted out so that you can be able to answer your potential client quickly when they're asking you questions. And so, once you're done with presenting the options, right, specifically how you can help them and where you feel like it would be best, where it would be a good fit, right, which one of your products or services, you've overturned the objections. Now we're in the conversion stage, right, which is our favorite place, right, because that means now you're collecting payment, you're signing contracts, You're getting people onboarded into your program. You're getting acclimated into your community, depending on what it is that you're offering. So in this stage, from consideration to conversion, this is where I feel like the ball can be dropped. And you want to really take some time to think about, what does this look like in your business? When you convert a new client, what does that process look like? Where do the potential clients go when they're in the consideration and conversion stages of your business? Is your process seamless? Do you have a consistent way of onboarding new clients or bringing new people into your community? And is your experience premium and doesn't cause you any headache? I think all of these things are really, really important, because guess what? If the experience for each client is different, that means like you can't make a system out of it. That's like literally the exact opposite of what a system is. So you have to start to think about what the process is going to look like once someone becomes a client and what their experience is, right? You can't put all this work up front and then when they pay you their money, their experience is trash, right? That is the exact opposite of what you want, and that'll get you some poor reviews. It won't get your clients any results, and it doesn't. It won't build you a sustainable brand, essentially. So tonight we were really focusing on the consideration and conversion stages. So definitely, if you have any questions, feel free to drop those in the comment section, and I'll answer those. But I would invite you to think about what that process really looks like in your business. And do you have a consistent way of doing this over time? Like, you definitely, again, should not be customizing someone's onboarding experience every time you get a new client. That is definitely a surefire way to, number one, someone's gonna, if the experience is not consistent, you're going to have a headache. That means that you are going to always have to be involved. You can't delegate that to anybody. And so that's going to put a ceiling on your business immediately. If something can't be systematized and like you have to be involved, you've automatically created your own ceiling right there. Now, definitely there's some points where this is something that you have to do for a while. There's always those points in your business where you can push past, right? You can elevate, you can grow, and you feel more comfortable delegating things. But ultimately, if you can't create a system for what it is that you're doing specifically for the conversion piece, like if somebody has to DM you to make a payment and you have to process it, like that's not automatic, right? That means you have to be involved. So those little things definitely do matter, especially when you start to grow your business. 10 clients, maybe you can hack it, right? 100 clients, 1,000 clients, there's no way. You'll consistently be behind, right? So just think about what that looks like in your business, and always be planning for the next level. So hopefully that's helpful, guys. And you've started to, since we've been talking about the customer journey these past few weeks, you start to map out your process and what that looks like in your business. And maybe you can kind of see where you might need to make some changes. But if you're watching this now, or watching it later, feel free to leave me a comment, ask me a question, and I will definitely get back to you. You can also DM me. I'm at Crystal Vernay on all handles. You can also DM Simply She on Facebook at I-Simply-She, or on Instagram at I_simply_she. And then if you guys want to gain clarity on basically what your particular customer journey looks like in your business to optimize your sales, optimize your profitability, you can go ahead and schedule a brand clarity call with me, and I'll drop the link to do that in the comment section rather, of the live. So guys, that's really it for now. Next week, we're going to discuss the last leg of the customer journey. So hopefully you guys will join me then. If you haven't done so already, I would encourage you to start to map out your journey. If you don't have it written down somewhere or have it on your computer, have that so you can be able to kind of see where things are and where you might want to make some changes. So that's it. I will talk to you guys soon. See you in the group. And remember, you too can conquer if you slay hard every day. Take care.